If this video found you, then you've probably been considering a move here to Northeast Florida, probably St. Johns County, but we have 5 counties here in Northeast Florida, so maybe you've been considering one of those. But we're going to talk about maybe the top 7 reasons why Northeast Florida should be on your radar. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Melissa Anderson. I am with eXp Realty, and I am your St. Johns County, Northeast Florida Realtor, helping relocation buyers just like you every single day make the move here to Northeast Florida. So we're just going to go over some of the top reasons why this should even be on your radar, like this area here in Northeast Florida. This isn't all inclusive, but these are the reasons why most people move here. One, it's got to do with money, and that is no state income tax. That's a winner. We have no state estate tax. We have no inheritance tax. All of that adds up and is a massive savings for folks. If you're coming from another state that's a high state or tax state, this could mean saving, 15 to 50,000 plus, especially if you're drawing from your retirement, and that's what people want. And Florida funds itself primarily through sales tax. So we have a 6% sales tax as a state, and then a 0.5 to 1.5 local discretionary surtax, depending on your county. And of course, property tax. We're not even going to go into the property tax thing. It's been made headlines. What's coming on the ballot in November to vote for. So I'm for it. All right. Number 2 reason, this may surprise you, but we are in Northeast Florida, but we do have 4 seasons. They're just real gentle. They're gentle seasons. Well, one of them's not, but it gets cold here. So Northeast Florida, we're in USDA zone 9A. So for all my gardeners out there, you'll want to know that. And we're not Miami, we're not the Keys. We actually have seasons like cool fall mornings, occasional winter cold snaps. I've mentioned this before, 2025 winter. That was the coldest winter I've experienced since I moved here in 2014. It was cold. I was not prepared. My plants weren't prepared. I lost some plants. I'm not happy about that. It got cold. We had so many days so many nights that got below freezing. And yeah, that was tough. Glorious spring. And then, of course, a hotter than hell, humid summer. It's just hot. I'm not going to tell you it's not. I'm not going to lie and tell you it's mild. You deal with it. It's freaking hot. Okay? But the rest of the year makes up for it. So if you're wanting an area here in Florida where you kind of get a sense of some 4 seasons, just not the extreme ones, minus summer, this is a good area. Number 3, this is the top reason why people move here, and that is St. Johns County has the number 1 school district in the state of Florida. It's been that way for years, which is amazing. And so even families without school-aged kids benefit from this because 8-rated schools drive property values up, as well as long-term resale values. And then, of course, this area, Northeast Florida, is anchored by 2 cities in this one region. So we have 2 completely different cities, about 40 minutes apart. First one is going to be Jacksonville, of course. And it is the largest city in the continental U.S. by land mass. Okay. And then across from that, we have St. Augustine, which is the oldest oldest occupied city in the country, which was founded in 1565. So 2 cool facts there. And then we have the healthcare. Healthcare, this area definitely wins out too. We have one of the Jacksonville campus is one of the only 3 Mayo clinics in the nation. Then we also have Baptist Health, which runs 5 hospitals throughout the region. UF Health, large major teaching hospital. And then we have Ascension St. Vincent's, Memorial, Flagler. So healthcare, that's definitely for retirees or anyone managing ongoing care, this matters. And then, of course, the major draw, we can't forget this, is going to be our beaches. All the way from up in Amelia Island down to, we have Jacksonville Beach, Amelia Island, Atlantic Beach, Neptune Beach, Ponte Vedra Beach, Villano, St. Augustine Beach, Crescent Beach, Marineland, Flagler Beach, and Palm Coast. So we have 90 plus miles of beach line. And then you've got the St. Johns River on the other side of Northeast Florida. And did you know, just fun fact, that it is one of the only rivers in North America that runs north? And then, of course, we have the Intracoastal Waterway, and then dozens of spring-fed lakes, all of that. So fishing, boating, kayaking, paddle boarding, all of those things, you're looking for that outdoor lifestyle that's possible here with all this water. And then, of course, Florida has been one of the fastest growing states in the country in recent years. And Northeast Florida has been one of the fastest growing in the region in the state. But that's because of, like I said, tax structure, climate, and of course our corporate blueprint. We have a lot of businesses investing in this area. We have like CSX, Fidelity National, Mayo, Florida Blue, Jacksport, and of course our large military presence here. A quick breakdown of snapshot of these 5 counties. So first we have St. Johns County. It's probably going to be one of the more expensive counties. A lot of master plan communities, known for its A-rated schools here, top schools in Florida. Then you have Duval County. It's urban, plus it's got beaches, and it's got all price points. Then you have Clay County. It's suburban, family friendly, lots of value there. A lot of military members live in Clay County because of the good proximity to NAS Jacksonville. Then you have Nassau County, historic, small town feel. That's where Amelia Island is. Then you have Flagler County. It's a coastal area growing rapidly. So Flagler, that's where Palm Coast is, and it's accessible. So a lot of affordable housing down there right now. And like I said, really growing. All right, and let's wrap this up with some frequently asked questions. Now that we've wrapped up like Northeast Florida in a nutshell, here's rapid fire. Frequently asked questions I get asked: how bad are hurricanes really? We are in the hurricane zone. Historically, we get fewer direct hits than South Florida or the Gulf Coast, period. Most of our impact here is not really from a hurricane, but say like a tropical storm. But they typically brush by or they weaken before they even make landfall. So what about flood insurance? Do you really need it? If you're designated in a flood zone, like a FEMA flood zone, then your insurance is going to require it. Most of our newer construction master plan communities are not in a flood zone. They're considered flood zone X, so your insurance won't require it. You can also always get it just as a safety precaution because your regular insurance, it's completely separate from that. Is it humid? Like really humid? Yeah. June through September, it is warm and humid. July, August, it's like, get ready. October through May is spectacular. October through May, you're like, okay, this is why I live here. I can deal with this. I can deal with July and August. What about bugs and wildlife? Mosquitoes are real in the summer. Now, most communities, we have abatement programs. They come and spray for mosquitoes. You can even call, like, if it becomes too much of an issue. Yes, palmetto bugs are a thing. They're like ginormous roaches that have wings and fly. Terrifying. But quarterly pest control is your friend. It's normal and it's inexpensive. Alligators are in almost all fresh bodies of water. They're not dangerous if you respect them. Just don't go down to the fresh bodies of water. Like, if you can't see in there, just don't go down to the little shoreline. Snakes, all those things, they do show up occasionally. It's Florida, it's a territory. Is your home gonna hold up value? Florida has appreciated faster than a national average for many years. So I think you're good there. And then Northeast Florida in particular has been a steady, sustained growth market because of school zones, beach proximity, master plan community access. That draws the strongest appreciation, and we're just kind of getting started. We're still going. What's the commute really like? So of course it depends on where you live and then where you're going to be working. Like I said earlier, Jacksonville is the largest in the U.S. for continuous landmass. Huge. So that just depends. If you're actually going to have to go in for a job, that might dictate what area you want to look at. But I live in World Golf Village. I-95 North and South is right here. It's so quick for me to get somewhere. Love it. Can you keep your out-of-state driver's license? Why would you want to do that? You need to take advantage of becoming a Florida resident and getting those tax advantages. You're expected to convert your driver's license and your vehicle registration within 30 days of establishing residency. So doing that way you can, if you're buying a house, you can get that homestead exemption. All right, what about car insurance? So Florida is a no-fault state and rates run higher than the national average. So budget for a little bit of an increase, probably from wherever you're coming from, but bundle your home and auto insurance for savings. Are there any income taxes for retirees? No, there's no state income tax. There's no state level tax on pensions, Social Security, 401k withdrawals, IRA distributions. They are not taxing that. How do you pick the right agent? You're watching my channel, pick me. Obviously you want to work with someone who primarily works with relocation buyers, which that is my primary market that I work with, having relocated here myself. But yeah, use my contact information and reach out. You can call, text, or email. I have always put it in the description below. Reach out. I'd love to hear from you. All right. What if you want to rent first before you buy? A lot of relocation buyers do this. They want to kind of live in the community first to see if it's going to be a good fit for them. But I will say rentals in these school zones are limited and rents are high. I'm not going to lie, rent is high, St. Johns County, if that's where you're looking. And then how quickly do I need to act if I find the right house? It depends on the market. In a hot market with the low inventory, obviously homes can go like that, multiple offers. It's gone within the first few days. In a slower market, it just depends. I mean, obviously we have different buying times. If you're moving with the family, a lot of people want to be established, say be here during the summer so they can get ready for the school year. I mean, but people move for work, all different kind of things. So you just want to be sure that you're prepared prior to like getting your pre-approval. Let's start looking ahead of time, visiting the area. And then that way, if your perfect home pops up on the market, you're ready to go. All right. And then if you have any questions about this, I have a free relocation guide I'd love to send you, and just comment the word guide in the comments, or again, use my contact information. Say, hey, Melissa, you're talking about a guide. Can you send it my way? And I would love to be of service to you. All right. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to know what it's like moving to this area, be here to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you soon.